Welcome to our Cary, North Carolina remodel and addition. This is a pretty intense project that involved full layout changes, an addition, and a couple big moves I'd love to talk to you guys about. This is our kitchen, which is in a similar spot, but something that is not in a similar spot is the staircase. So this house was built in the 90s, and they usually have a tight, small staircase that sits right in the front of the house. And with the addition that happened on the back, this allowed us to reorganize the entire flow of how people move through this house. Plus, it gave us a major accent point in the vaulted ceilings right here. Why I think that's significant is a lot of houses built in the 90s or even before have lower ceilings. So usually 8 feet, maybe 8'6". I think these were somewhere around 8'5", somewhere in there. And so you end up with pretty low ceilings, but if we can present an area where we have a lot more volume, it really makes the house feel a lot more spacious. So the new plan was essentially organized around the new kitchen layout and then the blue vertical wall, which again brings a level of volume and verticality to the entire organization. The other thing that's unique is that we were able to get a new basement stair. There was originally a basement that was only accessible from the outside, so by relocating the entire stair here, we were able to also connect to a new finished basement space. So as we come into the kitchen, it was originally a similar layout with the island here, but all this stuff was over on this wall. So we extended it through so that we were able to get way more storage, and then we located the fridge, coffee bar, and beverage fridge to this new vertical piece here, which, as you'll probably see in some of the photos, instead of the kitchen ending here, it actually feels like the kitchen extends. And it does actually extend, because back in here, we have our scullery with our china, and then our easy access pantry, and then our wine wall. As we go across the main functions of the kitchen, we wanted to really keep the island clean, so we actually put the kitchen sink over on the inside wall, but we didn't do any upper cabinets. So we just have some feature floating shelves here, or floating cubes, which really makes this feel a lot more spacious since the kitchen sink is up against the wall. And then we also pushed everything out, so we have a ledge detail here that just gives you a little bit more space as you're standing at the kitchen sink. Allows us to put stuff like olive oil, pepper, salt, all that stuff, and just keep everything really clean. It also allowed us to get deeper storage here, so this allows room for all the glasses and all of that stuff, as well as toaster and appliances that go here. And then we're able to get expansive storage on this side, dishwashers here, but then lots of drawer storage. So we have pots and pans, spice, and then one of our favorite features is to do the pots and pans, but then the old lid drawer right here. Then we also had some fun. We have a 36-inch 6-burner range from Monogram, and then we did the utensil pull-out. So we're able to get knives and all of this good stuff in here. And then we also did a tray pull-out with secret drawer. I was wondering where that was. Another reason we do the secret top drawers there is it creates really clean lines, because when you have 4 drawers instead of 2, you have more and more handles. So that just makes really clean lines, really clean verticals, and then you can have additional space to store stuff. Over here, we did trash pullouts, cutting boards, and then the old charging drawer. Don't look inside of there. But that is all the stuff that needs to charge, so at least we're able to tuck it away. I don't know, what do we do with these? Any idea? And then we're able to do plates. We love plate stackers. And then we have all of our additional utensils here, as well as all the baking stuff in there. And then, as you'll see as a feature in a lot of the Livco projects, if we have enough space to get a deep island, we can get a 4-foot countertop, and that allows us depth here to actually get storage on the back. So if we come around here, we have more hidden storage that allows for all the seasonal stuff. So we have room for all of that to put it away and not take up other valuable cabinet space. And then a unique detail we did here based on the previous electrical code is we're able to run a a filler strip up here and actually put the outlets here so that we have really clean cabinet doors where it almost looks like paneling on the back. Another thing that you see in a lot of 1990s homes, especially from the mass home builders, is you have a garage that comes right in the kitchen space and you have an entryway, but mudrooms weren't really a thing. It was really important for this family to have some sort of place to put all the shoes and coats and backpacks. So when we relocated the stairs, we were actually able to use this space to get mudroom storage. So while it's not huge, it's pretty unique to be able to make that fit and be accessible from the garage, which is right here to our left. And then also accessible from the front door here. So with that, we ended up putting a door on both sides. So now we have our pass-through mudroom, and then when the guests come over, you just close it off. That's the dream anyway. In the new vaulted space, we ended up having a really good alignment of the island to the breakfast table. So this is a really cool fixture that was designed by George Nelson, I believe, back in the 50s. We love using Nelson bubble lamps. They have a really great light to them, and they have all these different shapes and sizes. So this is the one where we actually use 3 of the different shapes and sizes, and then we're able to hang them in kind of an interesting arrangement, interesting composition. Another thing that we're seeing in the world of remodeling and design for families now is a level of openness, but also separation. So this house, we had a little bit more of a study. Instead of the kitchen being right adjacent to the family room, we created a little bit of separation. While you can hear and talk to the people in the family room, you're not looking into the kitchen from the family room and vice versa. So we have the stair separator, the big blue wall separator, and then we go into the family room. So we have a great place for the family to gather. This is a new fireplace that we added. More storage. So this houses all the audio video equipment. And then the also important game cabinet for family game night. So this is a really fun cabinet filled with lots of fun. Family can grab, go set up, go play in the breakfast room, play here in the family room. Or we can open up these doors, and when it's nice out, you can come out to the screen porch and play out here. One of the best spaces in the entire house, especially when it's nice out, but a big part of this design was to have a better connection to the outdoors. Right in this direction is beautiful Bond Park in Cary, North Carolina. And so that is the greenway through there. So that is all parkland and all just trees. So it's really nice to have that view, and the whole design is really oriented towards that whole area. So while we're in a neighborhood, we really feel like we're in the woods, almost like we're in a tree house. So while we have the screen porch connected to the family room, the other thought was to have some sort of a grill space that was accessible from the kitchen. So we actually have this connector here, so we can come out, grill out here, go back and forth to the kitchen, and then also connect to the screen porch for outdoor dining. So a good central deck for the grill and also the access down to the backyard. So as we make our way upstairs, here we are at the top of our balcony that looks down onto the breakfast room. You can see the George Nelson lights here, and this is really the bridge connector between the new primary suite and then the other 3 bedrooms that are up here. This was added, but in order to get here, we had to remove a bedroom that was right here. So we were able to put a new laundry room in this space and then build a new bedroom at this end. And then with that, we also remodeled both bathrooms that are on that end. So now we can go through into the primary suite. So in the primary suite addition, again, you see the focus is this way towards the trees. So lying in bed, waking up in the morning, nothing but trees. Don't even need window coverings, right? It's nothing but privacy. You're just in the treetops. And then we're able to set it up in a way as well where we have some work at home space, as well as TV for watching in bed and a sitting space. We love the whole idea of feeling like you're in a hotel when you're at home, so you're a little bit always on vacation. As we make our way into the primary bathroom, it was really important to get a tub, and not all of our clients want a tub. This particular project, it was really important. So it was an interesting layout to be able to fit a tub, a large shower, large double vanity, separate toilet and shower space, as well as a large walk-in closet. So our solution was just a main focal point right as you come in. We have a little bit more fun with the slat wall here to create a composition. Here you see that similar ledge detail. that holds this, so we have a really strong focal point, even though we have a little bit of a unique layout. And then you're able to come in here and then have large double vanities with also the built-in mirrors. So in our double vanity, we had a little bit of fun with this as well. So we have his storage here, her storage here, and then her extra storage here. So here we did a really fun pull-out where you can actually put hair straighteners, hair dryers, all of that stuff, and that's really out of the way. You can see that we did that ledge detail here as well, so this allows you to put stuff out of the way, so toothbrushes, all of that stuff. And these are actually Kohler medicine cabinets that we're able to build a frame out of the same cabinet material to really hold that and make that a horizontal element and really focus that area. And then lots and lots of medicine cabinet storage. One unique detail that you'll see is throughout the house, we changed all the doors and all the hardware, but most of it is black hardware. As we come into the bathroom, because we went with the gold, we made sure to change the doorknobs to gold as well. So you'll see gold doorknobs only in this bathroom. So as we come into the water closet shower area, we were able to get a huge shower in here with a bench and storage. We love doing a rain shower and a slide. So you can have them both running at the same time, or you can use just rain shower or just shower or handheld. And then this interesting detail that happens here, this is actually a result of the fireplace that we added below. So because we added that, we needed to get the flue through. So this actually created a really nice holder element for our bench seat and just create a nice access into the shower. Anybody that knows a Livco project knows that we love high windows in the bathroom and we love focusing on corners. So this is actually, from the exterior, reads as a dormer element. And so we have all high vision windows here to the trees. People can't see in, we have total privacy, lots of light, and when it's nice out, the windows can be open. We're able to get the toilet right underneath of that corner, and then we had space for some open shelving here, towel warmer, and additional storage. As we come this way into the quote-unquote kids wing, we have the new laundry room where we had a lot of fun with this floor tile just to be a little bit more playful with it. Storage and a utility sink. That is actually the door to the new mechanical unit. So when we did this project, we made sure to just put a whole unit for the upstairs. So everything upstairs is on its own zone. And then the existing unit we converted to service the entire first floor and basement. And as we come to the front of the hall here, this is actually where the stair used to arrive. So the stair arrived right here. When we removed it, we actually extended this floor out just to have another focal point, kind of balcony look over to see who's at the front door, a little place to sit, read a book, or just hang out with the dog. We love creating little special places to sit and relax. So this is one of the kids' bedrooms. This is 2 children share this bedroom. The original house just had a dormer here, and then the ceiling came all the way down. So we knew if we could cut a dormer in, we could get a lot more space and make it a lot more usable as a bedroom, especially for multiple kids. What was unique here is that this was actually trusses. So you can't just cut a truss and make this a full dormer, but because this dormer was on this side, this was framed by carpenters who were able to mirror that dormer to the other side, and it ended up being a really neat space for their desks, and they each have their own space. And then we also needed to add a closet. So because it's a bedroom serving multiple children, we wanted to make sure we had ample storage. We're a little tight on space, so we had a little bit of fun. So we just cut this corner, and then we're able to get a full walk-in closet. Are you in there?
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are hilarious. So I wonder where everyone went. What's the score?
1-1.
We're done in here. All right, so as we come into the hall bath remodel, this bathroom is remodeled in the exact same footprint, except we were able to get a little bit of space from where we did the laundry room modification and actually get a linen closet here. And then because this is primarily used by 2 boys, we had a little bit of fun with the darker finishes, a lot of blues, large stand-up shower. And then, as you'll see in a lot of the Livco projects, we kind of continue the texture into the color that goes up that wall. And then we just have clean white and clean white. The intent is not to feel like you're closed in by tile. So we want really light colors. And then we have a darker, more accentuating material on the back wall. Makes the bathroom feel a little bit longer and a little bit more spacious. So then the old primary suite, because we added a new one, we were able to completely remodel the ensuite bathroom that was here for the daughter's room. So we gave a little bit of the space that it originally had here to the guest room, because that guest room is really tight, and got them a larger closet. And then we were able to really focus on having a really adorable single vanity here. We had fun with the pinks and even the pink knobs. Lots of really great storage for her, and then a separate toilet and shower room. So she now has her own tub and shower. We have a really wonderful window here. Again, wherever you go in this house, if you look out a window, you're gonna see trees. And this ends up being a really special space that is all her own, right? We come into the last bedroom that was modified. We just made it a lot larger. As I said, in that other bathroom, there was a wall that came all the way here for that toilet space. So we were able to just cut that off, push all that over to the bathroom side, and get a really nice closet, and most importantly, get a larger bedroom footprint here. So, and really just moving walls around, adjusting doors, adjusting where the needs are in terms of closets and bathroom space. We're able to maximize, I think, both bathroom efficiency, closet storage, as well as make a larger bedroom. So the home originally had a one-story addition, which was a first floor primary suite with a screen porch. So the footprint that you see here was already here, but we were challenged with building up on top and being able to have enough space to accommodate everything that needed to be built for this family. So we were able to lay out the footprint, but it was just gonna be a big box. So we came up with some devices such as the roof line to really make the primary bedroom read as more of a dormer. So if you remember when we were upstairs, there are the 4 windows on the end. That's what you see there, all looking out towards the park. That window is also in the bedroom, and then the corner windows over here is what you see in the bathroom. So all in all, it was a large project, but is really very soft to the eye from the neighbors. It looks like it doesn't look as large as it was, it doesn't look as large as it actually is. And of course, every house needs a tree house. So this was a really fun side project. So after the addition and remodel was done, we used a lot of fun off-the-shelf products, a lot of fence boards, and found a tree and figured out a way to float that whole thing in there. So everything that you see is custom made by yours truly, including the plexiglass and cedar windows, which you can adjust with pulleys. There's also the bucket with a wheel you can turn to crank it up there. Make sure to have Debbie go up there and give you her full tour. But it's a really fun project, and the goal was to have a place for the daughter to get away, do her arts and crafts, and not have to deal with her brothers.
So you just pull this, and to put it up, you pull this, wheel up the bucket, then you can pull it in. I'm using one of my dog's toys as an example. You can take it out and then put it back, and then it'll drop right down automatically. And for the windows, you can untie the knot and let them down and close them. Press the latch and then wheel them back up by doing a knot.